Hello everyone, welcome back to From 1 Star to 6 Star, the Washington State Cougars story, coached by your coach, Sean McCoach. My name is Sean, welcome back. So, last week, Cougars kicking off this series in classic fashion with a 14-point comeback overtime victory against the Auburn Tigers. And next week it doesn't get any easier as we need to go visit USC. Yeah, I'm very happy with the win that we got last week. It was a thrilling, excellent game. And hopefully we have another excellent game on our hands this week. I have simulated to the next week, so then it gives you this coach news thing, and you can see what kind of experience we got. We got a 14-point comeback. We have playing an ESPN Instant Classic game. Won a game, won an overtime game. Some good stuff here. 4+ third down conversions, force a turnover, and score 3 touchdowns. So go ahead and advance here. I didn't do any of the recruiting, but before we jump in, we're actually going to work on this attribute thing. Hit the wrong button. So we'll go to the coach skills, and we'll find one here. So game management, recruiting, one locked recruit. No controller vibration. You know what? I'll use Ice the Kicker. I'll do that. That's fine. And then I don't have any for either of these guys. So we'll go ahead and we're set. Level 2. Hopefully we'll get to level 3 today. I don't believe we need to... I don't think we're in the top 25. I'll give you a rundown of the top 25 here in just a moment. And the Gators lost, so that's interesting. Let's take a look at that. They lost 24-21 to Toledo. They fell behind early and just could not catch up. Looks like they got 17-14. Then fourth quarter. Oh wow, Toledo won at the buzzer. Interesting. Okay. All right. So they won't be in the top 25 anymore. They'll be very low. Here is this week's top 25. This is week number 2. Ohio State and Georgia taking up all those votes. Ohio State has Georgia almost doubled with the first place votes. They are followed by Stanford, who has not even played yet. Texas A&M, Oregon, Notre Dame, South Carolina, Louisville, number 1, Alabama, went down. So they dropped to number 9. Oklahoma, Florida State, TCU, Texas, Oklahoma State, Clemson lost 31-7 to number 2, Georgia. They'll get a rebound this week, so they'll hang out in the top 25, even though they probably shouldn't. Michigan is number 16. They moved up a couple spots. LSU lost to TCU, who was number 17, and now TCU is number 12. They actually literally flipped spots. Interesting. UCLA follows them, then Kansas State, Nebraska, Virginia Tech, Oregon State, Washington, and Northern Illinois, and Ole Miss. Others receiving votes: Arizona State, Florida, Boise State, Northwestern, Miami, and SC. Florida, Boise State, and Vanderbilt all dropped from the top 25. So that's a look around the country. We'll go ahead. We'll check the conference standings. I don't think there's any real movement here. It's just overall record. Nobody has any conference games yet. Stanford is in 5th, ahead of California, who lost a game. That is in the North. In the South, same situation, though Arizona State is in last with an even record, weirdly. Okay. At 0-0. And then currently we are in 6th place. Again, just the one win so far. But conference play starts this week at USC. This is going to be a big game. Good one. Hopefully. I almost accidentally advanced the week, but we'll go ahead and we'll just play USC. They are a 91 overall. They have a 95 offense and a 90 defense. We are going to probably really make sure that we control the clock. I think it worked well against Auburn last week, as far as, hey, we're just gonna run it, and we're gonna keep running it, and we're gonna run it some more, and then run it also again. I did feel pretty good with the throwing game last week, but yeah, see if we can wear down that defense and get good yardage. Should help. Oh boy. So this should be a big one. I got to keep an eye on the audio because I didn't write down any notes. Team stats, we can take a look at these real quick. We are 69th in points. That's it. That's the end of the series. We're 69th in points. 80th in yards. That is surprisingly low. I guess a lot of teams play kind of lesser opponents in week number 1. But 80th in overall yards. 66th in the passing. 79th in rushing. Defense, though, 20 points per game, or the one game. That's 45th. 216 yards, 13th. Passing, 165, and rushing, 51, 39th, and 4th, respectively. On the flip side, we have USC, who scored 45, which puts them in the top 5. Yards, 453, 28th. Passing, 333. Rushing, 120, 10th, and 84th. And then defensively, they did give up 42 points. They give up a lot of yards, 342 total, 228 in the pass and 114 in the rush. So that's 58th, 72nd, and 45th. Top players for home are the receiver, who has 6 receptions for 89 yards and a touchdown. And then they have Meeks, their right tackle, who is just a 91 overall. And then Simpson, their tight end, a 90 overall, has 3 receptions for 72 yards. We're going to have to really keep track of Mr. Romero is a 97 overall. Top players for the away, our kicker was 2 for 2 on field goals, including 1 at the buzzer while being iced. Long of 43, 3 for 3 on the extra points. Our quarterback was 18 of 26 for 216 yards, threw a really bad pick 6, but recovered well from it. And then Overstreet, our receiver, 2 receptions, 38 yards. Surprisingly, the running back is not on that list. So welcome on down to the pregame show.
NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Explosive offenses on virtually every campus in the Pac-12. Time to establish a little pecking order with this early season matchup in the Pac-12. That's going to do it for us. Thanks for checking out the pregame show. NCAA college football action coming right at you. Brad and Kirk on the call. David and I are back at halftime.
Since it opened in 1923, it's hosted Olympic Games, popes, and presidents, and so much more. We're in Los Angeles, and kickoff is straight ahead. It's time for the coin toss now, presented by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
All right. Welcome into Southern California. By the way, 4 top 25 teams in the Pac-12 North. Granted, Oregon State and Washington in the lower end of it, but still 4 out of the 6 teams being ranked. We want to kick. Being ranked is very impressive. So, we want the ball at halftime. We're kicking into the wind here. And let's get this one going. Welcome to week 2 in college football.
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
Here's our impact player. Got to keep an eye on him. 97 overall.
But when you got a wide receiver like this, it really helps the cause.
Well, it does, and it continues to help with what they're trying to do. They're trying to find matchups, and when you have one player like this that the defense has got to be aware of, they're going to spread you out, try to find the one-on-one matchup.
In the slot,
one-on-one.
If you spend too much
time with this one player, They've got some other weapons that make you pay for it.
Go with a little run to Elliott. I way overran that play, but I also didn't want to take over a player and have them miss a tackle or anything. This might not be the best play.
Second down.
Actually, no, this is fine. This is fine. All right, 13-yard reception, so giving up a first down already.
Well, the defense was blitzing here, and again, great recognition by the quarterback to find the hot receiver.
From their own 38-yard line, it's first down. He's on the run.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
USC's got a
Forced him to run.
Fantastic this year, and he's garnering national attention.
What? How's he garnering national attention? It's been one game.
Special. There's really no surprise he's among the nation's elite right now. So it's second
Kind of a rough start this season as far as being away from home for 2 games in a row. That sucks. There we go. Meet him in the backfield. That's a 2-yard loss. Third down and 6. Here we go. I am going to be a little more cautious. Normally, I'd send like a lot of blitzers, but I've seen a lot of screens go against me. So there we go. There we go. I'll take that 3-yard gain.
Not much of a gain for the wide receiver, but at least he made the catch and got himself some positive yards.
I guess we'll go punt return left. I don't know. 2 for 2. Hold them to 16 yards. 1 first down. That's fine. And now we'll just look to suck down the rest of this quarter.
Booming kick.
Let that one go. Camera went a little wonky there. That's all right.
They'll bring it out to the 20.
Go ahead. What do I want to do, you know?
So here comes the
all right,
offense.
let's lead off with an HB dive. Get people settled in here. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Here we go.
Inside the 30. Knocked out of bounds at the 29.
That's a huge run. Hell yeah. 51-yard rush.
A run like that can really get the momentum rolling.
I did not expect that to work very well. It was a good cutback on my part. I will go ahead and compliment myself. I know they want to throw the ball, but if I don't have to, I don't really want to. And this looks like it should be okay. Got 3-on-3 here. There we go. It's at least positive yards. I'll take 6. Again, just going to run the ball. Keep it on the ground. Keep the clock moving. But also, I don't want to put it in any danger. But we're going to go right back to the ground again. 3rd down and inches. 20-yard average. We'll just go with a little power out here. I do know that I need to be more patient with the running, because I tend to just hand it off and immediately hit RT. There we go.
He takes it right side
First
for a
down.
good game. And a nice run by the tailback.
Not a lot of
So
razzle
4 for
dazzle
64
here,
so
but he
far
gets
on
the
this
job
drive.
done and picks
That
up
average
the
is coming
first
down real quick, but that is okay with me. We'll just go right up the gut again.
From the 15-yard line. First down.
Looks like they're dropping some of their players a little tighter to the line. Kind of anticipating the run.
Brought down
There we go. 5 yards even for the backup guy. Oh my God, Gaston's on my team. No one scores touchdowns like Gaston. Runs really hard like Gaston. Celebrates like Gaston. Oh, man. All right. All right. That was nice. That was a nice tackle. I was kind of hoping I could get around him. Should have counted a little better that time. See if we can get something here with Flood. The best Mario character. Also a play in this game. Depending on what that, I don't know, 50 whatever does. There we go. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it. It was exactly what I wanted.
That was a pretty tight area he was trying to throw that one into.
Ah, shoot.
The kick is up.
Oh, we missed it. I hooked that left. Oh, God.
When you're on the road, every chance to score and take the crowd out of the game is so important. So this is a really missed opportunity.
They've got to play with some focus and smarts here. They don't want to make a mistake and suddenly find themselves
Yeah, I flicked it way too far left there. There we go. There we go. All right, that's a good one. We're good. Our kicker will get back into it. No big deal.
They came with a blitz, and this time it worked out. The quarterback had no open receivers.
Brought one extra blitzer, which was enough. Okay, now we'll kind of just play some coverage. Maybe we'll bring like an extra defender, maybe. But it is second down and 16. I don't want to get burned. A run, maybe? Oh, shoot. There we go. There we go. There we go. Good recognition by me. Good recognition. I was going to rush, and then I pulled the guy. You could see him jump there, 98. Turn around. He didn't get the tackle, but I at least saw the concept. I thought, this is happening. Oh, wait, it's a screen. It's happening too easy.
They line up at the 12. It's third down.
All right. Into quarter one.
We've played one quarter. Still no score.
Missed that field goal. Missed it wide left. Dang it. That's okay. Defense is holding up pretty okay. All right, we'll bring a couple extra blitzers. I don't typically like to run like a 3-4, but that guy's way off the edge. Oh, thank God he airmailed that. Oh my goodness, he was open. All right, punt return in the middle. Probably could have gone for a block there, but that's all right.
Sowell is the deep man awaiting the return. I
feel like I'd rather have better. Oop, a couple of missed blocks there, but that's okay. That's okay. We have good field position. We can take advantage of this. We can work with some more running. I don't even think I threw the ball last time.
Anytime you have a shot at putting points on the board and you don't get it, you get a little frustrated. But this offense is very capable of scoring at any time.
76 yards on the ground so far. I like that. It's not a first down. I made the motion like a first down, but that was a better play than it looked like it was going to be.
And they're about 2 yards away from the sticks.
I should be able to bounce this just wide enough. Thank you for the lane. Oh my goodness. Whew. That was enough, just enough of a block. I don't know why it took 18 so long to bring me down, but that's all right. See if we do a little quick slant. Oh, I missed a third down pass. That's what happened. That's what happened. It was exactly what I wanted. The linebacker like came down instead of defending. Right, it was exactly what I wanted. There's Overstreet, touchdown. There we go. There we go. 1 for 2, 22 and a touchdown. And it, just like the last one, the linebacker bit down just enough and gave me enough room. All right, that feels good. Feels good.
And he converts the extra point.
Little to the right there. That's all right.
45-yard drive, and they add 7 points to the scoreboard. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff.
Oh, I wonder if maybe the wind kind of affected it a little bit. I forgot all about the wind. I definitely goofed up the thing. It was pulled way too far to the left when you go down and back. I went down and like, I don't know.
Momentum swings have been fairly even.
7-0.
So little separation. This game can be
a 3-and-out here
on just 1 or 2 plays.
Could be like super helpful. I know that's like Adams. Get there. Yes. That's a nice shoestring tackle right there. 3-yard gain. I know a 3-and-out is like always nice to have. We are getting into crunch time before halftime, and I get the ball back at the first part of the second half.
Ball on their own 28.
There you go, Jones. There you go.
The 38-yard line.
3 rushing. Yeah, we're holding them to 8 yards here.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 38.
Ooh, that's a nice lane. That was a nice lane.
47-yard line.
All right. They can work the clock too. That's fine. We still get the ball at half, so it's not that big of a deal. Obviously, I'd like to score again.
And he's tackled right away.
That was a really nice play on the ball by the receiver for a substantial gain and a first down.
From the 42-yard line.
I think the biggest problem I'm going to have on defense is I tend to give up a lot of like high completion percentage.
Quick pass.
Oh,
bring
God.
him down around the 33-yard line.
This is more what I was afraid of here. Let's see.
He's tackled right around the 30.
Yeah, that's first down.
That's
That's
first
not what I
down,
wanted.
and right now,
Bend but
you
don't
just really
break.
feel and sense the
That's what
rhythm
we're
that
looking
this
for.
offense is in. Their ability to pick up first downs, just pushing this defense further and further down, back deep into their own territory.
From the 30-yard line, it's first down.
Oh, that's why I didn't want to change to that player earlier. I goofed all that. I goofed that up. Completely goofed that up.
And this is the 8th play of the drive. Slings it. And they make the stop right around the 10-yard line.
The quarterback and his receiver make a great
8 for
play here
9
and
for
convert on an
56.
early
The
down.
only one he missed, he threw like a little early,
So it's second down and about 2 yards.
and probably should have had it.
Big play, and it's first and goal. The Trojans are
Yeah, they're really starting to get some momentum here. Bunch of big runs.
And this is the 10th play of the drive.
They've been very even.
Gotta be
I've
careful
been a
with
little,
pass play with this defense.
Oh, come on.
short burst for the score.
That's what happens when you can win the war in the trenches down near the goal line.
The extra point to tie this game up. And he adds the extra point.
A nice 10-play, 74-yard drive. And it's good for 7 points.
Brad, I thought the offense did a really nice job of mixing up the play calling on that drive. I thought the defense was on its heels most of the drive because of the versatility of the offense.
Thomas has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off.
I will take a
He really
field
got a hold
goal
of that kick.
in this scenario.
And he's taken down at the 14-yard
That was
line.
awful.
Both
That was
offenses are
what an
playing
that was
pretty
an
close to the vest.
awful return.
Yeah, because they've been so conservative, it's made it pretty easy for both of these defenses to be pretty dominant. Let's see an offense open it up and take a few chances.
This is the point in the game where you don't want to make any mistakes that give the other guys a reason to feel more confident going into halftime. Throwing on the run, and he pulls it in. And he's taken down at the 18.
Ugh, not great.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
We have time. We have time. Oh, I'm very lucky that that was not intercepted and I did not get sacked. Oh my goodness.
And delivered a very nice pass for the first down.
There you go, Hood. There you go.
He's tackled.
There you go. 17-yard reception. Keep the hurry up offense going. Oh, ho, 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 ho. I thought the way he ran that route was really weird. I thought he was going to go up, but he cut across. That was not.
You're not going to put the ball into coverage like that very often. But if you have confidence and trust, and you've worked out a lot with that wide receiver, you know what his abilities are, and you know that you have confidence that he's going to be able to come down, regardless of putting it up in traffic. You're willing to take that chance, and that time is exactly what we saw.
He's got to throw it in a hurry.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'll
take it. I'll take a 7-yard rush.
At about the
I don't know if there was really anything there, but that stops the clock. We have 3 timeouts. We're in fine position. I'm okay with it. I just need to be attentive, which is not always my.
They need
not always
3
my
yards to get the first here on 2nd down.
Best attribute. There we go. There we go. There we go.
And down he goes.
We'll take a timeout here. We'll take a timeout here. I know there was a first down. Clock would have stopped to get us to the line, but I'll take a timeout there. Actually, probably could have got up to the line and tried to run again. Maybe that wasn't the best timeout. I'm thinking about it a little bit more. Can't go east and west like that. Cannot do that.
He was never able to get ahead of steam on that carry.
Okay, that's a
timeout. That's their second of the half. Here's the 8th play of the series.
Not great timeouts. I will admit that.
Now he's scrambling, and he just gets rid of it.
I am falling apart here. Falling apart. Try a little slip screen. I probably should have run this to the other side. But actually going to be okay. There we go. I'm shaking my fist. It looks a little weird in this area right here, but I'm pumped. Pumping the fist. All right. So we're working with 26 seconds here. We have 1 timeout left.
This offense has really stalled on their last 2 trips to the red zone. Tackled after a decent run up the gut.
Wasn't a touchdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Oh my God, I am on the doorstep.
Touchdown, Cougars.
There we go. Woo!
And for Curry, he hits the century mark with that run.
100 yards in the first half.
Over the course of today's game, and this drive is
And I've been able to rely on him.
This offense is just steamrolling right down the field.
I guess the wind didn't really have much of an effect on it. That was a kick straight, and it didn't waver at all. It was a bad kick.
And it looks like
Never gonna win the Groza. All right, 10 seconds to go here. We're gonna come out. We're gonna control the ball in the second half. We're gonna hopefully score at least 3. Hopefully another 7. This is what I want. I want that double dip.
You can't afford to waste possessions.
See what SC does here. They're fine going into halftime, I guess.
He makes it to the 28-yard
All right.
line.
Fine. All right.
Great game in the works, folks, as we come to the end of the first half. Washington State's lead is a touchdown.
We played 30 minutes. Glad to have you with us on the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. David Pollack and I here in the studio to break down everything that just happened in your game. Both of these defenses are opportunistic and very good at forcing turnovers. But both quarterbacks, David, have done a very good job while trying to maintain an aggressive mindset. They haven't forced the ball. The runners have done a good job keeping it put away.
Yeah, and as much as you preach that all throughout the week, it's still hard to do. It's hard to execute, and being able to see what you see on the defensive side of the football and adjust to it offensively. How about protecting the quarterback so he's not getting hit from the blind side, fumbling the football, ball carriers running with the football, keeping it tight to their body, not giving it away. So, you know, between running backs, receivers, and quarterbacks, offensive linemen blocking, did a great job executing on the offensive side of the football, not to give away any turnovers.
That's it for us here in the studio. What are you going to do in the second half of the game's going on?
Yeah, I'm going to kick back and watch all these monitors.
We'll keep you up to date on everything going on around the country. Right now, time for the second half with Brad and Kurt.
All right, we are back. We're gonna return up the middle. I usually let the intro, the halftime, and the outro all just play.
And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback.
All right.
Here comes the offense.
5 minutes on the clock. We are going to try
and
and wind down a bunch of this.
Washington State is up 7.
Just to keep it moving.
And he's tackled around the 25-yard line.
I don't want to be too conservative. We'll mix some throwing in there. I don't want to be the most predictable, but
From their own 25-yard
I'd like
line.
to try and
It's
avoid
second down.
disaster as much as possible. Let's see. Let's see if Overstreet can get loose. We have Overstreet and Minor kind of running similar. All right, he had the step.
He's to the 40.
Oh,
He's at midfield.
that was a good cutback inside. There we go.
43-yard line.
I actually thought the defender would pop in front and at least deflect it. And I'm surprised he broke a couple of tackles. I did accidentally run into my own player there, but that's okay. That's what you want to see. You want to see it. Just keep on going. Just keep it going.
So the big gain resulting from the pass play leaves us with a 1st and 10.
And a little more spread out here. I like that the safeties are way back. There we go. There we go. Get that 5-yard rush going.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
I don't really want counters or draws. I guess we can try a sweep here.
Second down.
I don't know if running east and west is going to be my best idea. Gordon's hot. But we might have enough to do a little something. Ooh, shoestring tackles by 58. Shoestring. That was actually setting up really nicely there on the outside. I'm gonna dive it right up the middle. I might go for it on 4th down again. There's a pretty good split. That's a really wide defensive line. I feel like I'm trying to sound smart, and I'm just not that smart. Oh, that was a nice run. That was a nice cutback. It was a good one.
That makes it 1st and 10.
And again, I don't want to put it in harm's way unnecessarily. The last drive was fine at the end of the half because I needed to go quickly. But this is just where I really just want to milk the clock. I want to give USC as few opportunities as possible to burn my defense. Okay, there we go. Get around the outside. All right. All right. Got to hold that block just a little bit longer there, Mr. Receiver.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
That's okay. 123 yards on the day. I don't really see a terribly large need to pass the ball. They might be blitzing off that right side. Even so, I might be able to get fast enough. Should be able to be 2, 3. Should be even. Nope, they just let him go. So that's fine. We'll just break it left.
What is going on with his defense? I mean, don't get me wrong. The offense is doing a nice job with 1st downs, and they're executing well. But the defense is just letting them maintain possession and move the ball right down the field. They've got to try.
This is exactly what I want. Exactly what I want. It's maybe not the most exciting game. Last week's was certainly a barn burner. But if I can control it, I'm okay with that. Oh, that guy came out out of nowhere and all of a sudden just stuffed me. That's okay. That means we can burn another 30 seconds off this clock. I was not kidding when I said, hey, let's control this for an entire quarter. But it goes back to last week's game where I had the ball control amount of time that I wanted, and they still almost beat us.
Kearney, the ball carrier.
Yeah, just go for it. I debated not getting in the end zone there. Yeah, I debated. I was like, if I don't score here, honestly, I probably have been running the ball so well I could probably go for 2 and it'd be fine.
And he hits the PAT.
37 seconds left. That was a huge drive. That's a very long drive as well. Which is exactly what I want to see. It's going to make these videos kind of short, but that's all right. The first one was like an hour and 15 minutes. We're at looks like almost 40 with a quarter to go.
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
I don't know if I really need to blitz.
There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury
I think I want to get burned over the top. They have time. They can still run it and throw it, but oh.
He's knocked out of bounds around the 38-yard line.
God darn. I almost had the sack, and I should not have switched to the player. I goofed that up.
From their own
9 of 10 for 69 yards. Noise.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide. He scrambled.
There we go. There we go. There's a sack. Getting towards the end of the third quarter here. He was trying to escape the pocket, but he didn't go wide enough. Oh, there we go. There we go.
The 37-yard line.
All right. Here we go. Fourth quarter, up 21-7.
Washington State's in front by 14.
The double dip worked exactly the way I wanted it to. And then that very nice run, or very nice long drive in the third quarter. It's putting me in a favorable position. I'm actually going to bring some pressure here on third down and 12.
Here in quarter number 4.
The idea being that I would just like to force him to throw early if I can. Instead, he'll have more than enough time and throw for 13 yards. Okay, cool. That's what I was afraid of, and I did not want to do, and I did it anyway. And again, the 10 for 11, the one incomplete pass is the big issue.
From their own 49-yard line, it's first down.
But 274 total yards. That's good.
He's on the run. They'll bring him down around the 50-yard line.
He's getting a little. See, it seems like he's getting a little antsy in the pocket. It's just too bad I couldn't use that to my advantage on 3rd and 12. Uh-oh.
Makes the grab and steps out right away.
He showed some excellent moves out there, more than you usually expect from a tight end. That was a big gain, and this offense keeps humming along.
It was a nice route. It was a perfectly in the gap of where the coverage was. Bring a little bit of pressure here. We are. I mean, they're not getting big chunk plays. Like they've gotten a couple of like. They've had like an 11-yard, 13-yard, and a
Elliott with the toss. He's tackled at the
13-yard and like an 11-yard completion, and that last one I think was 15 or whatever. But it's not like 30 yards and a score, 40 yards and a score.
This is the 8th play of this drive.
The 8th play. We're making them play methodically.
Slings it, and they make the stop at about the 21.
It's a 14-yard reception. They're taking a lot of time though. You know, feels like we've held him in check. And you're looking 97 overall.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 21.
That's worrisome. I don't think we've gotten any like score updates. We usually do that pretty frequently, or they just showed up and I haven't noticed. They're still running the ball. They are sucking down a lot of time here. They're at over 2 minutes or on this drive, I believe.
And this is the 10th play of the
just where
drive.
it's. I mean, obviously they have their full allotment of timeouts. We're gonna need a. Oh, that's there we go. There we go. There we go. They're down in 12 again. I brought pressure last time and they were able to get past me. I don't know. This is going to be 4-down territory regardless. I don't necessarily need to bring a bunch of pressure. But I could bring, see if I can get something here that has like maybe an extra guy. Go with like a cover 3 maybe.
Play of this drive.
The viable option here is USC gets half and half. You know, get 7, make it manageable.
Pulls it in,
Oh
first
my
down.
God.
This guy's got the combination of
At the
smarts and
sticks? Are you
reliability that makes
kidding
the
me?
receiver really dangerous. No wonder he's looked to on 3rd down.
From the
13 of
10-yard
14.
line.
The only
First
one he
down.
missed should have been a completion. There we go. There we go. But look at the clock. The clock is going to be very important over here. We are approaching. I can't even get my hand out. There we go. We're approaching the 2-minute mark.
This is the 13th play of this drive.
Making him be methodical. That's good. There you go. Nice one, Jones. There you go. 3rd down and 6. Oh, God. I did not even get a play called. Oh, Pennington with the pick. And unfortunately, his momentum carried him into the receiver. I was hoping for a pick 6. I was pushing directly up, and he just kept running. A great interception by Pennington. And that looks like it could be a victory here for the old Washington State Cougars in Southern California. Oh my God, his ankles. Someone check that man's ankles. They are broken. All right. Cut it back. Unnecessary juke move there. I admit it.
We'll have 1 timeout remaining.
Here we go. I don't know if we can. I think we need 1 more first down before we can run out the clock. With the way I've been running the football, that should not be a problem. 1 timeout will make it 2nd down.
Ball on the 32.
So then after 2nd and 3rd down, I can run 120 seconds off.
Tackle made at the 33-yard line. The Trojans using their 3rd and final timeout.
I think it's just too little too late. I think I need 1 more to really ice the game. But I also could punt it back to him with like 10 seconds left. So. Oh, geez. Yeah, right there. Kearney.
Gains about 5 yards on the run.
158 yards. He's averaging 7.2 a carry.
So it's 3rd down now, and they're going to need about 4.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I was very worried that I snapped the ball too early. Oh, just short. Just short of a 4th down conversion. Actually, what we might be able to do is go back, do like a goal line dive. I think we can burn 3 seconds just running a play.
Short yardage situation, and the offense is in the jumbo package.
I could also just snap it earlier. 6, 5, 3. Or just convert on 4th down. Okay, so it didn't actually run as much time off the clock as I thought it would. So it's a good thing that I did that. But as soon as we're set here, that is back-to-back wins to start the season for the good old Cougars of Washington State. I'll be back to wrap this up. We'll let them take it from here. 21-7.
Despite this setback today, they still have one of the best players in the country.
Well, it's a devastating loss, but it's one that they're going to have to put behind them. And as you said, they still have one of the best players in the country. They don't need to deviate their plan. Get back to really what they know, and that's getting the ball to their star player. And next week, I'm sure they'll be fine.
That does it for this edition of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brad Nessler saying so long.
All right. So that'll do it for game number 2. Here's our coaching stuff. Won a game, scored a touchdown, got a turnover right there at the end. Hold opponent under 10 points. Yards. Good stuff there. As usual, we'll take a look at the game stats and the player stats. Look at Gordon, only 7 of 9 for 120 yards, 1 touchdown. The one of his passes was a drop, should have been caught. Had the touchdown, so he's even, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Didn't get sacked, and did not have to do very much through the air. I'm sure the most action he had was on the drive right before halftime. Kearney, 24 for 167, averaged 6.9 yards per carry. Nice. Had a long of 51. That was the first run of the game. And then the Gaston, 2 for 17, and then Gordon had 1 run for 7 yards himself. Receiving wise, Minor had 3 for 51 yards. Overstreet had 2 for 35 and the touchdown. Kearney 1 for 17. Hood 1 for 17. And Whitaker should have had 1. Had the lone drop. Defensively, we'll go ahead and we'll look at the sacks. A couple of sacks for Charles. The interception for Pennington. Just a good solid game. The problem is that the defense showed up. We didn't have any interceptions ourselves. We didn't give up any sacks or anything. But the issue is that the quarterback, it was 14 of 16. And we really have to rely on him making mistakes more so than, we're not getting enough pressure on the quarterback. I feel I'm trying to get blitzes and stuff, but they're getting kind of burned on the back end. I don't know if it's better to play a zone or a man in those scenarios with the players that I have. But, I said it a couple of times during the game, but one of the 2 incompletions he had should have been a completion. He just threw it a little too quickly. We were lucky to get a couple sacks on him. Obviously, Pennington had a huge interception right at the end of the game. I don't think that would have given USC enough to come all the way back because we were up 2 scores and they were really milking that clock. That was at least a 3-minute drive. It was a 3, maybe even getting closer to 4-minute drive in crunch time of a game where you're down 2 scores. They had no pace. We did a good job of making them get it in smaller chunks. We did give up a couple third downs that I wasn't super happy about. They were 10+ yards, but it was still, we held them enough, and we didn't have to throw the ball all over the yard to continue to win. And we also didn't have to leave it up to an onside kick and then all of a sudden potential disaster striking. But he was 14 of 16 for 124 yards, 1 interception, 2 sacks. Nate Elliott, 11 for 32, had a long of 10 yards. Leonard, 5 attempts, no yards. Okay. And then Romero had the 1 for 1 yard. Okay. Receiving wise, Justin Simpson, 4 receptions for 47 yards. Elliott, 3 for 14. Romero had 3 for 36. I was really worried about him going into this game, but he didn't burn us too badly, thankfully. Hughes, 2 for 23. Avery, 1 for 1. Smith, 1 for 3. And then defensively, they didn't really do a whole lot. We were able to do kind of whatever and just run the ball as much as we wanted. We had 191 yards on 27 attempts to a couple of touchdowns. We only had to throw the ball 9 times. I threw 1 out of bounds, and 1 of the pass plays got turned into a run. So pretty good. Thankfully, the missed field goal did not come back to bite me, which is the biggest relief of this game. So, the Cougars, 2-0 now. If I remember correctly, the schedule is heavily not AFC. Is not is heavily Pac-12 North in the back half. I could be confusing that, but I think that is correct. Some scores from around the country. Boise State beats FCS East by a score of 45-24. Baylor beats Buffalo 33-27. NC State also playing FCS East won 26-7. Tulane took out USA 24-17. Mississippi State over FCS Southeast 31-0. Scored most of their points in the first quarter and probably just coasted from there. And then Duke beats Memphis 23-10. Game stats 13-11. Washington State beats USC in the first down column. 191-33 rushing yards. That's excellent. They outpassed us by 4 yards. We had one fewer turnover, and we did not out time of possession them the way that I thought we would. But they were still pretty even, 11-10 to 8-50. Players of the game, Jesse Leonard, 14-16, had the 124 yards through the air, had the one rushing touchdown with the 5 carries. I forgot about that. Brent Davis had 8 tackles and a tackle for loss. On the Washington State side, Kearney was the player of the game with 24 carries, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns, 17 receiving yards. And then Jacob Charles had 4 tackles, 2 for loss, and 2 sacks. So 2 weeks in, the experiment is going well. The Cougars are 2-0 heading into week number 3. Week number 3 being a game against the against FCS West. So we might see a little bit of a blowout next week. That'll be the first home game, first of 3 in a row, facing FCS West, Idaho, Stanford, and then at California. I absolutely have confused myself because these are all North teams right here. And then we'll face a couple from the South before wrapping it up at Washington. I don't know if I went over the schedule in the first video, but we have a couple of bye weeks later. But obviously beat Auburn in overtime. Took out USC by 2 touchdowns. FCS West should pose no problem. Neither should Idaho. At least not much of a problem. Stanford, that's a big game. That'll be in Pullman, so that's good. At California, home to Oregon State in Autzen Stadium for Oregon. Thankfully, we get Stanford and Oregon. We get one of those home and one of those away. I like that split more than having to face both of them one place or the other. Arizona State at home at Arizona. Home against Utah, and then we'll wrap everything up in Seattle. Hopefully this one's a highly ranked matchup when it comes down to it. We will see if we are ranked next week. We'll see if I thought maybe the Ducks had lost. They didn't. We'll see if we have any upgrades or anything, and we'll see all that good stuff next week. I imagine we will maybe get a couple of votes here or there. I don't think we'll be in the top 25. USC wasn't even in the top 25, and just because we beat them by 2 touchdowns does not mean that we'll just all of a sudden rocket up into the top 25. But good game, good start. Happy with how that went. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching this installment of From 1 Star to 6 Star, the Washington State Cougars story to glory. My name is Sean. I play this every week. You can catch it Tuesdays on YouTube. You can catch it Mondays, for the time being, over on twitch.tv/SeanOsaurusRex following Mystery Bag Monday. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Go Cougs.